And on this rainy Saturday afternoon at my house, I'm going to do a little Marvel Champions deck test for my Con of Heroes deck. Um, I'm going to try to bring a Miles Morales. There's a lot of spider stuff, some symbiote things coming. Um, if you watched Kennedy Hawk's spoiler stream, or if you're watching this later, Winning Hand has some information on the con, and we have some information on the con coming up in a week or two. So, also using a new like chat thing, so hopefully that's working. I'm trying to upgrade a little bit here. Yeah. Okay. So I've got a Miles Morales Justice deck. It's packed with Web Warriors. It's got some champions with some Justice cards that, after you thwart, deal damage. So we'll see how this goes. According to Kennedy Hawk's stream, one of the scenarios they suggest you to bring is Sandman. So I'm going to play Sandman. And one of the modules is Symbiotic Strength. So I've shuffled in Symbiotic Strength. And then I'm playing on Standard 3. Okay. So I'm not going to mulligan. I'm just going to go from what I have and see how it goes. Okay. Power of Justice. Okay. So we've got the city streets out. It's got 4 sand counters on it. After an acceleration token is placed here, deal 3 damage. Okay. And when Sandman attacks, it's indirect. If your identity takes damage, resolve Surging Streets. Surging Streets is milling, and there are some cards in there that deal damage to you if you let it get out of hand. Okay. Do I want to mulligan? Let's see. Champion's Mobile Bunker. Mini Spider. I like this card. I was trying to figure out a way to like beef her up so she could like stick around for a while and have a lot of, do a bunch. But I don't know if that's gonna work. We'll see. She's pretty expensive right off the bat. I'm gonna get rid of her in hopes that I draw a resource card. I did not. Okay. All right, let's flip. Let's spend 1, 2, 3. Helicarrier. Power of Justice. And a Helicarrier. For a Spider-Man. Puppeteer. Prabhakar. After your enters play, remove 1 threat from a scheme for each Web Warrior card you control. I have 2. I'll take 2 threat off of this. I will use Spider-Man to remove 2. So, hero action, exhaust character control, remove sand counters equal to their ATK once per player per round. So, take 2 off of there. And then he'll punch for 1. Okay. End my turn. Put out a threat. Alright. 2 and a boost. And it is indirect. I mean, I can still defend for 2. Which I will do. Defend for 2. Star. Reveal this card. Attach the same man. Okay. It's going to protect him a little bit. Okay. So he's hitting for 2 on 2. I take nothing. I don't have to trigger Surging Sands. My encounter card. Sandslide. Place 2 sand counters on City Street. Then resolve its Surging Sands ability. If there's at least 1 Sandman card, you are stunned. Alright, I'm going to become stunned. So, Surging Sands, place the sand counter on here, and now discard 5 cards. 1, 2, there's a Sandman card. 3, 4, 5. I am stunned. Add a stun. Okay. Alright, my turn. Let's use a Helicarrier to put out a Web Shooter. Web of Life and Destiny is free because I'm a Web Warrior. Let's spend a Spider Ham and that for some Gink. Mr. Lee here. Spider-Man will remove a Surging Sands counter. Yep. That's that. Okay. All right, 1 threat. Attacked for 2 and a boost. And defend again. 4. So I could put 2 of it into this guy and not mill. Yep. I'll put my 2 indirect damage into Spider-Man. That means I don't have to mill or trigger this because my identity did not take damage. Okay. Panic in the streets. Each location support and each persona support as if it were blank. Ah! Location. Persona. Location. Oh, location. Wait. I get to do that beforehand when Spider-Man left play. Okay. Oh, man. Alright. So, can I get rid of 5 threat before? Probably not. Alright, my turn. Put out a skilled investigator. I can use this. Let's see if I can do this. So I can't use either of these 2 to pay for that. And I would like to use camouflage. I haven't played this guy in a while. I'd like to use a mental, but of course I don't. I have a web shooter. Web shooter. Warrior of the Great Web. Swinging web. So one of them was a mental. Remove 4 threat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And trigger spider camouflage. Spider camouflage. I get tough. And I confuse him. Okay. I'll spend this energy and the power within to get out a ghost spider. She's a when leave play. She'll throw it for 1. Alright. I have these cards back. I throw it for 1 and clear the side scheme, so I get a skilled investigator to draw a card. I'm going to flip. When I flip, shuffle Spider-Man card. I'm going to shuffle this power within back in. I'm going to use Genki Lee. Draw a card, and if you're in hero form, you have to discard, so I just get to draw it. Okay. Alright, I'm going to end my turn to keep those cards. Add 1 threat. Sandman is confused. Get an encounter card. Deal X indirect damage among players divided as you choose, where X is equal to the number of sand counters. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. On city streets. If there are no sand counters. Alright, so I have to deal 4 indirect damage. I'll put it all in Miles against his tough. Okay. My turn. Flip. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do to get some stuff going on here. Oh, I forgot to take a counter off of the web shooter. Alright. Oh, before I flip, I use Genki Lee. Yeah, before I flip. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Scarlet Spider. Might as well. Alright, so he is an interrupt when I go to reveal an encounter card. Let's remember that. Let's use the helicarrier to put out this web shooter. Okay. A lot of cards here. Make some room. 1, 2. Three wilds. We'll play this Spider-Man because he has that requirement. But after he attacks or thwarts, I get to ready another Web Warrior character. Okay. Scarlet Spider will clear the streets because I don't want him to take damage. I don't mind if Ghost Spider takes damage. She will attack for 2. Alright, when you would Deal any amount of damage to Sandman. Discard sand form. Instead, resolve surging sands. Okay, so this goes up to 3, and we mill 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. 2 Sinister Strikes milled. That's not the worst thing. Okay, she takes a point of damage. This Spider-Man will attack for 2. And... oh, hold on. I'll attack. Clear my stun. Then Spider-Man attacks for 2. He readies me. And then I'll thwart for 2. Okay. I think that's where I'm at. I'll end my turn there. Threat. He's going to attack. I'll defend. 4. So I have to put out 2 damage. I'll put 1 on Ghost Spider. And I guess 1 on Scarlet Spider. Ghost Spider. When Ghost Spider leaves play, search your deck for an identity-specific event. Add it to your hand. So I get to look at my deck for identity-specific event. I'll take a web shot. Shuffle that. Then a Web Warrior left play. Choose a player, me. Draw a card. Okay, yep, she left play. Okay. Now I'm going to get dealt an encounter card. Let's see here. When you would reveal an encounter card, name a card type, then look at that card. If the card is of the name type, deal damage. When you would reveal an encounter, name a card type. Treachery. It is not a treachery. So Scarlet Spider doesn't have to do anything. Okay. Violent tendencies attached to the villain. After attached villain takes any amount of damage from an attack, give attached villain 1 face down boost card. If that attack dealt 3 or more damage, discard this. Okay. So I have to make sure my next hit does 3 damage, which I have a web shot. So, okay. My turn. Let's do this web shot. I need a lightning bolt for that. So let's use a followed and a helicarrier in the reverse order. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. So it does take the 4. 2, 3, 4. After it takes damage, give it a face down boost card. Okay. Then if it dealt 3 or more, get rid of that. Okay. Web shot. I did pay for it using, so I could do Venom Blast, which is 2 damage and stun. Okay. Alright. Scarlet Spider will clear the streets again for 2. Spider-Man over here will thwart for 2. Readies me. Oh, no, let's do it this way. He attacks for 2 instead of thwarting for 2. Okay? So Spider-Man attacks for 2, readies me instead of thwarting. Okay. I will thwart for 2. Then I'll play Waylay. After your hero thwarts, deal 4 damage to an enemy. 7 if you remove the last threat from a scheme. So I got to come up with 3 resources. 1, 2... doesn't really matter. 3. Okay. So 7 damage into Sandman, which will defeat him from the Waylay. Next villain. When revealed, resolve surging sand. So put 1 out. 1, 2. Okay. How many cards are left? 17. That's pretty thick. Okay. I'll pitch this double life to play defense mechanism. I'm not going to use gank. Alright. And my turn. Put a threat out. He's stunned. Do an encounter card. I'll use Scarlet Spider. I'll just name Treachery again. Hey, Treachery. Okay. When you would reveal an encounter, name a card type. Then look at the card. Okay. If that card is of the name type, which it is, deal a damage to Scarlet Spider and draw 1 card. Cool. When revealed, place acceleration on the main scheme, which is 3 indirect damage, or exhaust a character you control and spend a resource of any type. Alright, I will exhaust Spider-Man, and I will spend this followed. Okay. My turn. Yeah, I could have done that when I defended, but I did not. Okay. That's too bad. Helicarrier. Power within. Okay. Oh, yeah. Alright. Spider-Man will attack for 2. Let's see if I can finish him off this turn. Spider-Man will take his... Well, before he takes his damage, he will ready me. He will then leave play. I use the Web of Life and Destiny. You don't even have to exhaust it. Draw a card. Okay. Okay. I will attack for 2 using a basic power. I will trigger Power Within. After your hero uses a basic power, discard Power Within, resolve the Venom Blast. So this is being discarded. I'm resolving Venom Blast. I'm dealing 2 damage. And I'm stunning him. Okay. Also, after your hero uses a basic power, discard this. Resolve Camouflage. Camouflage. Give Spider-Man a tough and confuse the villain. Or I guess anybody. Okay. Then I'll use Attack Acrobatics. I'll spend this Jefferson Davis. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. If the enemy has a stun status, deal 3 additional damage to it. If the enemy is confused, deal 3 additional damage to it. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for that Attack Acrobatics. And then I'll use this Moon Girl to play this Attack Acrobatics to do 8 more. And win. Yes. That 4. Alright. Well, that deck seemed to work. I like that. Yeah. What kind of decks are you bringing to the con? You gotta let us know. I also have a Maria Hill and a Nick Fury deck I'm gonna bring. Hopefully I'll be able to play them. There won't be like a million people playing them. But I'm not going to stream those for a while because they're too new. Yeah, so there we go. All right. Thanks, folks. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Let us know. All right. Bye-bye.